Okay, Savannah Honor Academy, this is the colony that we're going to go into today. And if you look at the bottom of the hive, you can see all the bees going in and out. So they're busy gathering nectar and pollen and then bringing it back so that they can make honey and feed the queen and she can lay more bees. So we're going to go back in just a second. Okay, you guys just bear with me for a second while I put my bee gloves on. I'm going to set you down on top of this frame. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to install a new box of frames called a super for the bees because they're growing and expanding and changing so much that they need new space. So I'm going to add that box to it, and I'm going to use our smoker here, and now it has plenty of smoke coming out of it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'm going to use that to smoke the bees when we get a little closer. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this box and see what's going on in here. Alright, so they have a lid, and the lid has aluminum on top to help keep them cool. It doesn't conduct heat. And we're going to pop this open and see what's going on in here. Alright. Alright. And I'm just going to zoom in real quick so you guys can see the bees coming in and out. Alright, you see them in and out, in and out. Sometimes they do a little dance on the front of the hive to tell the other bees where everything is. So their buzzing's getting louder, which tells me I might want to smoke a little bit. I'm going to smoke that entrance, and that'll help them to move away. There we go. Okay, now we're going to pop this off. I have to use a special tool to do that. Okay, so here's our colony, and you can see there was some on the lid there. And everybody looks like they're going to move off. We're going to give them a little more smoke. And what we're trying to see today is, I'm going to try and pull out one of these frames to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that the queen is laying eggs and that they're bringing in honey like they're supposed to. So alright, so this frame right here, it looks like we've got a lot of honey on it. And you can see the bees are kind of drinking it up. That's what they do when we smoke them, because they're thinking, oh my gosh, there's been a fire. Need to leave. And on the other side here, there's some comb with honey in it, and that looks good. So this honey is uncapped, which means they still need to work on it a little bit longer. And this here is a hive beetle trap. There's a pest called hive beetles that sometimes gets in the colony. So let's see if I can find you guys some capped honey. Looks like we might have some capped honey over here. Alright. Okay, pull this guy out, loosen it a little bit. You want to work the bees on bright sunny days because then they're all out. Oh, there we go. So that's what the honey looks like when it's been capped. So that honey right there is ready. And then on this side, that honey is ready. So you can see that they're working hard capping all of it. Alright, that looks really good. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to put these hive beetle frames back in. And just take a look down in there. Maybe we'll pull one more out just to see what we can see. Now, if I were to go deep down in the bottom of here, I would see the queen laying eggs and the brood, but we don't want to disturb them because they seem to be doing so well. Let's see. And you can hear them all buzzing in there. Okay, let's see. Yep, we've got more honey coming out. You can see some dripping right there. And we've got bees on there. All little worker bees just doing their job, making amazing honey. So I'm going to put that back in there. Okay, then I'm going to put on something called a queen excluder. So the queen excluder, it looks like this, and it has wires on it that make it so that the queen cannot go any higher because we don't want any more brood in there. We want honey in there. So now I'm going to add this box to it. So I think that's everything. Now I'm going to show you this one, which is a smaller colony, but you can see on the front here, these guys right here are doing a little dance. And that dance is very precise, and it tells the other bees where the nectar source is that that bee has found. I'll let this plane here. So if you'll notice, he's going back and forth and back and forth. So that's telling the other bees it's this far this way or this far that way. And then this guy over here is also doing a dance. Sometimes they compete, and whoever does the craziest, most fascinating dance is the one that they all go to for nectar and honey. So this here is sugar water. We feed our bees because this is a new colony, so we're trying to encourage them. And down here in the bottom, this is pollen. So sometimes when the bees come in and wipe their feet, they leave pollen underneath. And that whole thing underneath there, you can see all that little dusty stuff. That is all pollen from the bees wiping their feet before they go in. Pretty interesting. Okay, I'm going to finish up what I need to do.